So, how, Erwan, talk about a little bit where we are and
Where we are?
what's this wine.
So today we are at Domaine Faiveley in our cellar in Nuits Saint-Georges. And here we are surrounded by the 2021 vintage, because this is the vintage that we are currently currently showing, that we picked a few months earlier. Few words on the 21 vintage. I think it's as far as the reds are concerned, it's a very aromatic vintage, very much like 2007. So bright, very aromatic, but with more concentration, I think, than 2007. So I think it's going to be a very interesting vintage, quite different from the 19 and 20 that you saw previously, that were very rye, very rye, very profound. Here we are on a lighter style, but very classic Burgundian. You know, global warming has made wines of Burgundy becoming a little riper. Now we are with 21.
Back in classic.
We are really back in classic. Back in classic, but as I said, with a very strong concentration.
Potential for the future.
And therefore, I think it's going to translate in a very strong. I'm very confident how it's going to age in the future. If you look at 2007, and today we are in 21, so you see it has given so much pleasure over 15 years, and even 2007 are still so good at the moment. So I am very convinced that it's going to be a great wine. And as far as your acquisition. That we did, the Nuits Saint-Georges, les Saint-Georges premier cru, Cire de Vergy. I think it's not only it's a great acquisition because the vintage is good, but also I'm pretty confident that within the next 2 or 3 years, les Saint-Georges will become Grand Cru. I'm quite confident about that. You never know, but I think the stars are well aligned to see this happen. So the people who will acquire those bottles will not only have a great pleasure, but also might be the last one to have Les Saint-Georges classified as Premier Cru.
Amazing.
I touch wood.
Yeah.
Good prediction.
And it's really because, as I said, it's amazing because Nuits Saint-Georges is very well known as a classic style, but it's quite small plot. Nuits Saint-Georges, and but the soil and climate is very special, so it has possibility. It's coming a little bit up the other. And yesterday in Hospice, the prices are so also, because if we had an auction, different Nuits Saint-Georges Premier Cru wines also, say less, but Saint-Georges, he made like really
highest demand.
Totally.
Yeah.
Just like you said, Rein, I believe now the market and people really understand now that it becomes it's becoming a reality that Les Saint-Georges might become Grand Cru. People are getting much more excited about this vineyard, and I'm very happy and very confident about where this vineyard is heading to.
Yes, and also if you're looking by regions, that's mean I learned about that because last year even 21 was very difficult year, but the quality wine and the grapes in Nuits Saint-Georges and Chevry area has been a little bit better than in Beaune, because it's not so big difference, but even this was quite.
Absolutely.
It's very promising, very promising.
I'm confident about that.
No, it's fine for people who is really like they invest or keep the wine, because this wine you can drink in 5 years, 6 years, but you have
you don't drinking it.
Yeah, but you don't find the pleasure. But if you you open the wine in 20 years, you. In this case, I always teach sommeliers also. Yeah. You understand what's the real Pinot Noir.
Absolutely.
It's the mûr, it's the really good balance, and also this is fineness, because it's the Pinot Noir is very fine, and the aromatic side and this side. It's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
Yes, I hope so. So yeah.
And in the end, maybe taste and give your impression.
Sure.
What you tell about in aroma and taste.
Actor moment. Yeah.
No, sure. So as I said, 21, the color is not as striking as we've had in 19 and 20 because it was, as I said, 19 and 20 were very ripe, very dark. Here we are on a more ruby type of color, and really what's striking is this purity of aroma. It comes through the nose, and you can feel the wine is will be easy drinking. It's not gonna take you. It's not gonna be a complicated wine. It's going to be just so
elegant.
Elegant. That's amazing.
And then what's striking, as I said, it's the concentration because you know 2021 also was one of the lowest yield we've done. There was a big frost in 21 that translated into a very limited amount of grapes on the vines, and therefore the vines, the same energy that the vine would give to would usually give were concentrated on just a few berries.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm very happy with this vintage because you have a great one of the highest concentration that I've seen.
Only best of the berries gets together.
Yeah.
And you know what I believe eventually makes a great wine is its concentration. When you really have some things going on, when you really have some viscosity in your glass, this is where this is one of the greatest, maybe the greatest sign of a good of a great vintage. So yeah, no, I'm quite happy.
Thank you.
Merci, Risto.
Merci.
Merci, Rein.
Yeah. Thank you, Erwan. Thank you, Rein.